We are at the last part of the April recap, and I want to share some good news with y'all. So drum roll, please. Your girl is officially licensed. So I am a licensed nail tech. Make some noise, y'all. Hey y'all, what is going on? It is your favorite Loopy back again, and today we're gonna do an April recap. So much has happened in April, and I want to talk about it. I want to share a lot of good things with you guys. What happened during this month? Yeah, we finished. This is about maybe the second or third day into May, so we're just gonna do a little recap. April was a great time. It was productive. It was fun. Your girl was outside because I kept saying, as Boston is warming up, I want to be outside. I need to be outside. So I did a lot of things. So we have a lot to catch up on. So we'll be right back. Okay, so your girl has her notes here because I want to stay on track and I don't want to mosey off topic. So April was an amazing month from start to finish. I had a great time. So first things first, the first Friday of April, I went to an event at ICA, and the theme was the boots and buckles. You come in with your flashiest boots, your flashiest buckles, your biggest cowboy hat. Like, it was a rodeo theme shindig, and that was so much fun because sadly I am not going to the Cowboy Carter tour, which I'm so bummed about, but at least I got like a little bit of my rodeo fix during this time because I love wearing cowboy boots. I wear cowboy boots in my everyday wear. I love Western wear. I love the South. So this is a good example to just take things out of my closet and wear it. I didn't have to spend any money getting a new outfit. So it was so much fun from start to finish of the event. It was lit. Like, the DJ was spinning the tunes like crazy. Like, he played country music, hip hop, R&B, you know, the type of music that makes you want to dance all night. And that's literally what we did. People were just dancing like no one was watching, and I love that. We did a little bit of line dancing as well. Like, everyone was having a great time. Like, the DJ catered to everybody. So it's not a function until Before I Let Go comes on at the end. So I remember when that came on, I was like, all right, let me step back and let the folks who know how to do this do it. And a few girls that were in the crowd were like, nope, come on over, we're all doing it. And I was like, I don't know how to do this. So they were teaching me in real time how to do the Before I Let Go line dance. It was nice. It was welcoming. It was inviting, and she taught me. So shout out to that girl for real. Shout out to those girls for real. Cupid Shuffle came on. I used to know how to do it. I forgot. Again, they would teach me how to do it. And I'm like, yes, I love this, because if I knew how to do something and someone didn't know how to, I'm the first to be like, come on, let me show you. So that was fun. And the DJ was just spinning. Like, it reminded me of what I hear about people who used to like party in the early 2000s, where it's like, it's hot, you're sweating, you can't stop dancing, you're dancing all night, your feet hurt. I literally felt like that. Like, I could not, I wanted to take a break because my feet were hurting, but I was like, no. When I want to go sit down for a second, he just plays another tune, and I'm like, oh my goodness, like, spinning, okay? So that was a great time. You know, I'm the queen of dropping photos and stuff like that, so you'll see it throughout this video of, you know, all my April stuff. So I can't wait for the next one. I'm gonna be there. So now on to mid-April. Mid-April, I had two appointments. I had one with the eye appointment, which I said it was a torture chamber. You can read about my appointments in my blog, or you can, I think it's like 2 videos before this, I do like a recap about the eye appointment and my rheumatology appointment. So my eye appointment was just them trying to get an ultrasound to measure my eyes, to get the proper measurements, like accurate. And then the second one was my rheumatologist, just checking in on me, seeing how I'm doing, you know, going over things. And then I always get, you know, urine tests and blood work tests. Like, I don't ever leave an appointment without doing that. So that was that. And then at the end of that appointment, I got a chest x-ray because my intercostal neuralgia, which I've been going through the last a little bit over 2 years, it's paining me to breathe. So they did a chest x-ray. So I'm waiting on the results for that. So I have a pulmonary test coming up to measure my breathing. I go into detail about that in my other video as well as my blog. So that was just checking up and making sure that I'm okay and all that. A couple of fun things that happened this month. I did 2 trips. I did 2 trips with my mother, which was really fun because my mom and I haven't traveled with each other in a very, very long time. So the first trip I did was to New York. We did a night trip, took the Amtrak, got there early in the morning, and then left the next day in the afternoon. So I went to New York because my nails were featured in the exhibit, and that was such a big deal for me. Again, my New York vlog, I go into full detail about it. I also go into full detail about it on my blog. So it was just so surreal for me when I was like, you have to answer questions when you're submitting your work to them, like sending off your nails. And they asked so many thought-provoking questions that really had me sitting and thinking and really self-reflecting. And I was like, wow, like nails is my saving grace. Nails are my outlet. I can express myself through my art when words can't do that. And I started doing nails in 2021 during quarantine and couldn't leave the house, and especially with my lupus, I couldn't leave if I didn't have to. And I just sat and started creating, and I never looked back. And to be featured in such a big exhibit highlighting different artists, like nail artists, that was amazing. And I wish I could explain it into better detail about how I felt, but I just felt proud. And my mom wanted to come along with me and visit New York and also see my nails. She was so proud of me and she was so happy. And like her face lit up just seeing my nails like hung up. That was a big accomplishment for me. And yeah, so I go into full detail about that because I know if I really break it down, this video will go from like 30 minutes to like an hour and a half. But it just reminded me like lupus doesn't have me. Like it doesn't stop the things I love to do. It stopped a lot of things, but it didn't stop all of them. And nails is something I really enjoy doing and I love doing, and I love that I was able to just show the world how much nails mean to me. So that was a great time. The curator was a gem. She accommodated us like heaven sent for real. And we were talking like we knew each other, like from years ago. So she was great, very captivating, welcoming, inviting. And once again, just sharing that nail space, that nail exhibit with other artists was great. And I hope that I can do that again later on in the future, later on this year, whatever. It was such a great experience. Like that was so much fun. And then with New York, I went to different boroughs. We stayed in Manhattan. We went to Brooklyn. That's where the exhibit was at. Went to Harlem to eat. And then that was it. That was the 3 boroughs. So yeah, my mom and I definitely want to go back later on in the summertime to go to New York because she loves it. She wants to go back. So we're planning for that. New York owes me nothing. So yeah, that was a great time. Then my second trip with my mom, that was going to Providence. That was during WrestleMania weekend. So WrestleMania weekend being the same weekend as Easter, I was like, look, I don't feel like cooking. I told my mom, she don't feel like cooking. Let's just go to Providence for the day. Let's get some Liberian food, take some to last us for, Saturday night and then the next day Easter so we can watch WrestleMania with no problem. So we did that. Saturday morning, we took the, I think 11 a.m. 11:30 commuter rail to Providence, sat and ate, took some back home, got ready for WrestleMania Night 1 and then WrestleMania Night 2. We were chilling. I actually owe you guys a recap video of WrestleMania, like my thoughts and everything. I know it's long overdue, but it's coming. Don't worry about it. I'm going to break down the matches that I like to watch, that I actually watch. The other ones I wasn't too crazy about, but anyways, I'll do a video about WrestleMania. So that was my second trip. That was to Providence. And I definitely want to do more just sightseeing in different cities because I always say that the commuter rail on weekends is $10 weekends where you can just go up and down on the commuter rail. So I want to go to like different cities and try out the food, sightsee. If they have any museums, any landmarks, I want to go explore that. So that's coming up now that Boston is finally warming up. So I started off this month cutting up. So I ended this month cutting up as well. Y'all know me. I told y'all I'm finna be outside. Like the chapter of my life is called Auntie is Outside because I mean it. I need to be outside. Sun is beaming. I need to be where the vibes are. So I went to 9 a.m. Banger this past weekend, the 26th. and I'll just do a quick recap about 9 a.m. Banger. So it's funny because TikTok has me locked in New York. I get New York food spots, New York events, parties, workshops. Like, TikTok thinks I live in New York. So, but it's funny though, because it worked in my favor. And they're based in New York. And I remember they came across my page and I'm like, oh, this is my kind of vibe. Like 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. where you're just partying and have a good time. This is my type of party. Like, I like 12 to 8 day parties, but 9 a.m. to 3, you're speaking my language. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, great. I was like, if they don't come to Boston, I don't mind taking, a weekend and going to New York, experiencing 9 a.m. Banger, roam the city, and then come back home. But then when they announced they're coming to Boston, I was like, oh, let's go. Like, I'm with it. And the other previous events that they did, they advertised R&B and another genre. I can't remember what it was. I think it's just like anthems, like bangers that we know. But for Boston, they said, okay, we're going to do reggaeton. And I was kind of like, ooh, because I love reggaeton. Like, that's one of my favorite genres. But your girl's still kind of rusty on the Spanish. So I'm like, yeah, I'll be there like dancing, having a good time, but I can't like sing the lyrics. So I was like, should I go? Should I not go? But I was like, you know what? No, this is your redemption era. Because when I went to Puerto Rico for my birthday, I didn't go to La Placita and I didn't go to La Factoria because I was solo traveling. I was gonna be out there late and I was already having hiccups with Ubers in the morning. So I'm like, yeah, I don't want to put myself in a tough situation going there and it's like 10, 11 o'clock trying to get back home and it's just, yeah. So I was like, nope. But I had a good time anyway because I went to like a few live music events in Puerto Rico. When I was at the beach, they were playing all the tunes, like classics and new music, as well as certain restaurants, like you hear music blasting on the street. So I had my good time anyway. But I was like, okay, this is a good event where I can just go experience it, have a good time, and then go home. Because reggaeton, I hope I'm saying it right, because reggaeton really popped up for me in the early 2000s and it being advertised and promoted and the representation was so grand, I dressed up like a video vixen like from early 2000s. So I went with a jean jumpsuit, bandana, like the transparent glasses, and I went with the Air Forces. When I think of Air Forces, I think of early 2000s. So I went with that look and because I wanted to be cute but also comfy. And I'm glad because my feet were hurting. Once it was like hour 2 or hour 3, y'all, my feet were burning because I was just dancing. Listen, from the time I got there to the time I left. So I got there around 9:45 just so I can beat the line. And from 9:45 to like 3 o'clock, your girl was just dancing, having a time, okay? I left an hour early so I can go eat. And then I went home, took a nap, woke up. It was still early. It was still like the evening time. It was like 7 o'clock. And I still had so much left for the day. This is why I love 9 a.m. Banger. And I hope 9 a.m. Banger comes again to Boston. But again, if not, I will take that Amtrak to New York, have a good time, and then come back home the next day. Like, 9 a.m. Banger is lit. If you have not experienced it, if they come back to Boston or any city near you, go. You will not regret it. Like, the host was lit, the DJs were lit, the people in the crowd are just there to have a good time. I remember during the party, some dudes were tussling, but security was on it. They nipped that in the bud, and then that was it. But it was a great time. 9 a.m. Banger was lit, y'all. I left there like, ooh, kind of addicted. I need another 9 a.m. Banger. Like, I was hooked. I'm hooked. And I'm glad I went. Like, I made friends in the crowd. Like, listen, it was a good old time. So that was 9 a.m. Banger. So now we're gonna wind down towards the end of April because I have some big news to tell y'all. All right, y'all. So we are at the last part of the April recap, and I want to share some good news with y'all. So drum roll, please. Your girl is officially licensed. So I am a licensed nail tech. Make some noise, y'all. So I am officially licensed. I got my license basically like a few days ago. Like right at the end of April, I got my license. Listen, so let's talk about it. I went to school in mid-January. I logged in, I clocked in, I said, look, I love doing nails. I want to learn more about nails. And what really gravitated me was the nail science, like the disorders, infection control. And I was, so for like years, I was like, I do want to go. I don't know. Do I want to go? I don't know. And I remember I was in Puerto Rico, and Puerto Rico was like one of my favorite trips, maybe my best trip, because I just wanted to go to get fresh air and just be in the sun, eat great food, kick my feet up. And I did that. But also I did a lot of self-reflecting while there. Like I was just on the balcony or at the beach just journaling. And I just found myself my mind just kept going to nail school. Like I can envision myself being at nail school. And I was just like, okay, when I get back, I'm gonna get my stuff in order, get my things lined up, and I'm gonna go. Long story short, mid-January, I enrolled. And my set date to finish was end of March. That was like the deadline that they gave you. And I finished by late February, like early March. Because your girl was not playing. I was locked in and clocked in. I put that money down. I invested in myself. Ain't no time to talk. It's just high and by. I came to school to work, and it was just, it really put me out of my comfort zone, because I've been comfortable for a while now, which I love because, again, as a loopy girl, like, I was like, I've been on pilot mode a little bit too long. Do something out of your comfort zone. Because I know with nail school, I had to learn from ground zero and work up. I know how to deal with clients and doing different services, pedicures, manicures, all those things. Like, I'm coming at ground zero, and that can be very nerve-wracking because, you know, sometimes we fear the unknown. But I was like, nope, I'm gonna embrace the unknown. I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna pass. And I passed. And again, there's so many things I can talk about from January to March and into April. And you guys let me know. I can do a separate video about my nail journey. If you have any questions or anything you want me to talk about, you can comment below, or you can private message me. I'm okay with either one. And I can just go into full detail. So I think I might do that in the upcoming weeks, like get all my bullet points and everything sorted out and just come with it, like from starting to studying, my exam, all that. I think I'll just go into full detail. But yeah, I'm so proud of myself. I cannot express how proud I am. So, quick timeline. Mid-January I started. March I was done. I got my diploma. And then with my diploma, they give you application to send over to the state. So I did that, and it said it was gonna take 3 weeks to 4 weeks to get like a date. So my original plan was to do my test before New York, but things happened, and so I had to wait till after New York. So that gave me time to like still study, revise. My mother was so helpful with helping me. And I remember just the train ride there and back, I took some time just to study. And the 17th, I went for my exam, and I just waited. And that's when I got the license in the mail, y'all. And it came in, and I literally jumped for joy when I got home. And I just told all my people, like, yo, I got my license, y'all. They're like, we know you can do it. Like my mom especially because she was helping me study. She's like, Muna, I know you want to make sure you got it, but you got it. Like all the questions, all the flashcards, you're getting all the answers. Like, you got this. So just my village rooting for me and cheering me on and helping me out. I was filled with joy. And your girl got her license, y'all. I got my license. So I'm still setting up, hopefully I can work in a salon soon. But in the meantime, y'all can order custom acrylic press-ons from my nail business on my Etsy. I do that. I do 90s, 80s designs, 70s designs, French tip, plain colors. Like, if you go on my site, you'll see I got something for everybody. I got charms, piercings. Listen, my mind goes everywhere, so I try my best to like cater to everybody. Like, and I do customs too. So if there's anything I missed, y'all can holler at me. But yeah, your girl is licensed. Listen, you can't tell me nothing, y'all. I'm so happy. I'm so thankful. I'm so proud of myself that I did this. I locked in, I clocked in, completed my hours. Man, it was such a great investment. Because the last few years, I would see people like, oh, Black women, when they get bored, they want to go back to school. And I'm like, when I got my bachelor's, I was like, nah, I'm good. But I remember, like about a year or two ago, I wanted to go for my master's. And it's just not in my budget right now, but I'm still manifesting and praying that I can eventually go for my master's. So I remember I was like, I really want to do my nail stuff. I want to knock that out the park. So I did it, and it's funny because now that I have my nail license, I'm like, yes, I can work in a salon, I can do all the things that I want to do nail related. But now I'm like, I want to do something else. So we'll see though. I definitely want to sit in this and bask in this because this is one of my biggest accomplishments in a long time. I'm licensed, y'all. Like, get into it, okay? And I can't wait to work in a salon, because even when I talk to my good sis, she's like, you know, when you're ready, go to nail school, and then you can do this, you can do that. And like, I just envision all that because I hear like the things about service providers, and I'm really big on customer service. Like, I'm really big on that. And when I hear like things that happen when people meet service providers, I'm like, look, I can't wait to have my own, because y'all gonna be, listen, y'all be treated with love and food. Like, oh, because there's this one lady called the braiding chef on TikTok. I've been following her for a long time. She does hair and she's in South Carolina, and she cooks for her clients. Like, I'm talking about like real food. And I was like, oh, this looks so cool. But I'm like, I probably won't cook because that takes so much time for me. But I was like, I'll definitely have snacks and like soda and juice and water. It would be comfy. It would be a nice safe space for my clients. And I can't wait to do that. Like, that's what kept me going. I'm like, I can't wait to have my own salon one day. But yeah, like, I can talk about this over and over and over. I'm like, even now I'm getting like goosebumps of like just saying it out loud and saying like, I got my license. Like, your girl's licensed, y'all, period. But yeah, I'm excited. April ended so well. Like, April was such a great month for me, and I can't wait to see what May brings in the upcoming months. May, I'm gonna try to give you guys a recap, but I have so much going on towards the end of May, but I'll do my best. So I owe you guys a video about my nail journey, the WrestleMania recap, and my May recap. But the nails and the WrestleMania thing, I owe y'all that. So give me like a week to 10 days to do that. Bear with me, y'all got a lot on my plate. But yeah, April was amazing. I'm still excited. I'm so ready to see what the future brings, what 2025 brings. I hope April was great for you guys. I hope the upcoming months are great for y'all. If you're okay to share, tell me in the comments or tell me in the DM what you're looking most forward to in the upcoming months. But once again, it's been great talking to you guys. It's always great talking to y'all. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to your girl, because I'll be having content rolling in, y'all, rolling in. But yeah, thank you again for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later. 2 and 2.